Mixed reactions. It is episode 107. NFL Wildcard weekend. It's part two of mixed reactions. The NFL Divisional Round, part two of mixed reactions. I'm not restarting this shit again, so I'm just gonna kick it over to Casey. Let's kick it off.
Well, boys, we are starting off hot. We have the Buffalo Bills heading into Denver to take on the number one seeded Denver Broncos. And as we're the AFC East team involved in this one, let's start it with none other than Justin Duncan. Who do you have and why?
I I think I've got Denver in this one, mostly because I don't see Josh Allen being able to play Superman against that defense. Um, and I said it before during the Jaguars game. If Buffalo can't run the ball, they can't win. And it wasn't until the end of that game that Buffalo was starting to be able to move the ball on the ground.
I it's not that I disagree with your logic, but I disagree with your outcome. I think Buffalo wins, and I think it's because Josh Allen does, in fact, put on that Superman cape once again. And one huge acquisition for Buffalo that's gone super under the radar was their midseason pickup of Brandon Cooks. He has bailed them out time and time again on third and longs. And
And
I'm not saying he's going to do that this weekend, but just he's been a huge acquisition for them. And I think Buffalo, I
he's
think it's
going
their
to have
time.
to actually because Buffalo is down to three total wide receivers total. All of their other wide receivers are on IR,
Yeah.
toward ACLs at all. Their receiving core is down to Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Brandon Cooks. That's it.
They do have two good tight ends though.
They do.
Um, but I think Josh Allen's going to be too much. Give me the Bills.
I think that Denver holds down their ground and somehow Josh Allen still gets his stats, still looks good. You know what? It's probably not going to be Josh Allen to lose this game, but it will. Buffalo, someone's going to screw it up for him. And it's happened time and time again. I don't even think this is the best Buffalo team that Josh Allen's had in the
No.
playoffs. This is the worst Buffalo team that he's had.
I agree.
And we're going to sit there and say he's going to win this. That's hard. Going into Denver, a well rested week for him. I mean, that's very.
That's a
I'm not
tall
going to say
task.
slim. Josh Allen's
I
going to have to
get
be.
that.
He's going to
I
have to
get
be the
that. But
guy.
it's Josh Allen, Bo Nix. Josh Allen, Bo Nix.
I don't care about that. They're not playing each other. I'll take Bo Nix going against that Buffalo Bills defense than over Josh Allen over that Denver defense. That's all I'm saying. Like I said,
Buffalo's defense isn't terrible.
I'm not saying that this is going to be a close game. I'm not gonna go against Josh Allen as him because I think if they're going to win, obviously this is all Josh Allen. I'm just going Denver as the team. I think Denver has a better team and they're at home. Why, the recipe's all there, and I think it's Denver's here. I really do. I think they're going.
Got you. So Justin has, or sorry, Casey has the Bills. Justin and Nick have the Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Bills as well. I mean, honestly, it could be a toss-up. Like Nick's saying, the two quarterbacks obviously aren't playing each other. Buffalo's defense has looked less than phenomenal. They're going into Denver, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think they're going to perform well against that defense. I think they win a shootout. Obviously, they rushed for less than 100 yards last week. Imagine if they had a former USC running back that played for the Bills come in there and play for him. You guys know who I'm talking about. Number 32, the Juice. That would definitely help their
If
run
the
game, but no, I still think Buffalo wins. I think it's gonna be one of those toss-up games, man. I mean, But everybody makes good points, but I think it's just a coin. For me, it's a coin flip. What's the spread actually?
Well, Denver's favored by 1.5.
At home, so really Buffalo's favored by like 2.5. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I got the Bills.
So Ian, you said you think Buffalo in a shootout. I, I if it's a shootout, that does not bode well for Denver. All if it's a shootout. I don't trust Bo Nix. I know Buffalo's defense hasn't been stellar, but it's also not bad. And I don't trust Bo Nix to win a high scoring game in the playoffs. If Denver wins, it's going to be a low scoring 23-17 type game.
Yeah, it's going to be mid-game, and I don't think it's going to be a shootout. I think they're going to hold their self. I think it's going to be like a Jacksonville game. I think Jacksonville's defense is good. I thought they did really well. Everything came out there. They just don't have those other. They don't have the key playmakers, and I think Denver does.
So
But
we're moving on to. Oh,
This
go
is
ahead. Go
Josh
ahead.
Allen's year if he does go. This is it, right? Patrick Mahomes is
Yeah.
out, so here we go.
No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. So we're moving on to Saturday night, and we have an NFC West showdown between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Ian, since this is your division, you lead this one off. Who you got? Besides yourself on mute.
My bad. Do it once a show. Even though Seattle's a 7 point favorite at home, San Francisco has no Kittle. I've been going back and forth on it all day. I trust Brock Purdy more than I trust Darnold in these situations, but man, that defense playing at home, fuck, man. I think it's gonna be I'm going with the upset. I'm going with San Francisco, even with no Kittle.
I think this is where the injuries finally catch up to San Fran. Give me Seattle.
That's my exact thinking too. I'll take Seattle due to the fact that they're just too damn beat up. San
Yeah.
Francisco is.
I will say this game is going to have, if San Francisco loses, it has zero impact on my thoughts for coach of the year. I still think it's Kyle Shanahan.
This has a lot to do with me, and it doesn't. Because if Sam Darnold continues to be the guy and he does lead this team to a Super Bowl, everybody on my team's probably going to get fired. So I got to go against him. And I will say this: if Sam Darnold already proved that he won the division. He couldn't do it last year, and he got home field advantage. Couldn't do it last year, and he did it all this year. Now, when he got into the playoffs, he fucked up, and I think I don't see him in big games. I'm going to take San Francisco too, just for the hell of it. I trust Seattle's defense, though. I think they're going to mob Brock Purdy, but I think Sam Darnold's going to be a reason why they don't win. Let's say that. Let's say he has a bad game.
So we're moving on to Sunday. And boy, oh boy, am I excited for the dialogue in this one. Because for the first game at 3 o'clock, we have the Houston Texans heading into Gillette to take on Drake May and the New England Patriots. Nick, let's start off with you, buddy. Who you got, Texans or Patriots?
Well, if I pick the Patriots, I'm pretty much picking them to go all the way. Because, like, when are they going to lose? Everybody thinks that they're back and they're saying how great they are. Where I think what we saw was a little bit of what May is against a good defensive team, a team above 500. And we saw that the only thing I have going for them is that they're at home. And it's hard to fucking win in New England at home. But it's going to be coming down to the least common mistakes. And I think Drake May is still learning. And I think CJ Stroud will not fumble it twice and throw another pick like that.
You can fumble it 5 times.
Yeah, that was just a gimme. Wanted to make sure that game was interesting. I am going to take Houston just because, like, when do we say they're not going? I Houston's defense is really good. I want to see it. I want to see what they're going to really do to Drake May.
What you got, Ian? We know Justin's going last, so you go next.
Got you. I'm going with New England. I was saying it earlier in the chat. I don't even think Drake May is going to have a good game. I just don't know if I trust Houston's offense, and it's in New England. I think it's going to be another nail biter, but I got the Patriots.
So this is one of the games that I'm back and forth on because truthfully, I don't see a situation that's an upset, right? I can very easily see a scenario where both of these teams win. What's scaring me on Houston's side is the possibility of no Nico Collins. What's scaring me on New England's side is the possibility of no Christian Gonzalez. Um,
But the
I'm
input
gonna go
Nico
with
Collins is more important than what fucking to Houston is than what Christian Gonzalez is to New England.
I don't know about that. Christian Gonzalez has been one of the best corners in the league all year. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Houston. I think it's gonna be a really close game, but Houston's defense to me obviously is better than what the Chargers is. And due to the performance I saw from Drake May against the Chargers, I'm not comfortable thinking he's going to snap out of it and play a good enough game for New England to get the win. I'm not sold on this pick. I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest if New England won, but I'm going to go with Houston.
That's how I feel. I don't feel like I don't have a problem with Drake May. He's a second year player, and this Houston defense is fucking really, really good. Are they gonna hold him down? And then not to mention, is CJ Stroud gonna get tossed around with fucking New England? So
Yeah.
that so here we go, and probably more defensive points than it is offensive points.
Yeah.
Justin, hurry up and pick Houston so we can get going.
No, I'm taking New England, but I think it's going to be a nail biter, another defensive chess match.
So we're moving on to Sunday night, and this is the only game where the road team is favored to win. And it's the second biggest spread of the weekend, too, which I find crazy. We have Ian's true team, the Los Angeles Rams, heading into Soldier Field to take on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Nick, NFC North, you have a stake in this. Who you got?
Jeez, dude, I've been picking the Bears all season, and they've only let me down once. And I have no idea where I'm going to go with this because I've been texting you saying that the Rams are my team and they're going to the Super Bowl, man. Um, I'm going to trust Matthew Stafford, the MVP of the league. I think that he gets it done. I think Caleb Williams, second year, still a lot to learn. It's nice to have that home field, but I really do think Matthew Stafford is due to get back to the chip.
I Okay, this is another one of those games I've been going back and forth on. Sunday is going to be such an interesting day because, like you, Nick, I have been riding high on the Rams all year long, but I've also been pretty damn high on the Bears too. This is one of those playoff matchups I think is going to set in stone a first ballot Hall of Fame career for Matthew Stafford, and I got the Rams.
That comeback by Caleb Williams was inspiring. Absolutely inspiring. Um, Rams didn't have any major injuries, if I recall correctly, against that in that Panthers game. And neither
No.
did the
Stafford
Rams
fucked up his
against the
hand a
Buccaneers.
little bit, but I mean, I think he's fine.
True, but he's supposed to be fine. Um, and with the Bears, I don't believe they suffered any catastrophic injuries either, if I recall correctly.
No.
Nothing huge, no.
This one, I don't think the Rams are not going to cover this spread. There's no way. I don't see it.
Four
But
and a half, I don't think so.
give me the Rams, but it's going to be a nail biter. I think this one could be a shootout.
Damn, I really want one of you guys to pick the Bears.
I thought about it. I really did.
I did too.
I would too, but I don't want to eat my own fucking words because I've been saying the Rams are going, and I picked them in my bracket ESPN pool, so that kind of makes it hard.
Don't get me wrong. I would not be shocked if the Bears won this game.
I'm not going to be shocked on any of these games, really. I think this is probably well even all the way around. This is pretty cool.
I would be shocked if the 49ers beat the Seahawks with all those injuries. I truly would be.
That would surprise me.
No other team winning would surprise me. That's the only one that I'd be shocked.
Well, you said coach of the year. Kyle Shanahan's been there more than once.
I know, but there's so much right now. Ian, I know you're gonna pick you're picking the Bears here, right, buddy?
No, I'm not picking the Bears. I'm picking the Rams. Uh, I know, honestly, I appreciate you all's support because I wouldn't have been surprised if any of you or all of you picked the Bears, man. I mean, it was, being unbiased. I think at this point of the year, man, I mean, we all are logical with our picks, but it's hard to pick against your team because you see all the good strides they're making and because you watch them so close. It's in Chicago, man. Like it worries me. Like if we couldn't contain Bryce Young, it's gonna be hard enough, or it's gonna be harder, I think, to stop Caleb Williams because he does more acrobatic, Houdini stuff
Yeah.
than Bryce Young does. The firepower they have. I mean, he threw for almost 370 yards last game. In their comeback win against Green Bay, but I think had we blown out Carolina, I might have picked Chicago. But the fact that we got a tough, grinded out win. I think we're ready. I think the Bears will be back. The Bears will be back, but it's not their time yet.
I think it's super ironic you're talking about this game wearing a USC shirt.
Right?
Damn, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm
Didn't
not
think
rooting.
that one through, did you?
Yeah, no, that's true. And I hate it like when guys like Drake London or any of those USC guys just kill us. I'm like, oh man, but they were a Trojan at one point. And hoping, Caleb has his jersey retired there. I'm pretty sure at the Coliseum, but they're not.
You were one of the
Yeah, you
biggest
got both
Caleb
hands in
Williams
the cookie
fans.
jar.
Yeah, he does. Because Ian obviously is a big USC fan, and he was a big Caleb Williams supporter coming out of
Man.
college.
It's gonna be tough to watch, man. I mean, that dude would just, I mean, I saw him make, man, and that's part of what gets me so nervous, man. That's one thing about Bryce Young, just to touch on before we talking more football. His instincts are, to me, what I've seen, like second to none. The stuff that he can sense around him. Caleb kind of has the same thing, but Caleb is more so like just crazy athletic. I'm just gonna go make a play and like Casey said, throw like the Jordan logo across my body. While I'm rolling out the other way, but it's gonna be bad. I'm hyped.
Like
I
I
think
understand, I get it. If because I want to talk about the quarterback draft class of that year really quickly here. Last year, we all had Caleb fourth in that class. It went Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams.
I
I
am
think it's
fourth.
flipped. You might not have. Most of America did, Ian. Most of America did, and
Caleb
including
went number
three
one.
members of this show. No, we're talking about how we viewed them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, continue. Go ahead.
We know how we viewed them after their rookie season. You know what I mean? We were saying out of
Oh,
those
after.
four,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that role is almost flipped entirely, where now it's Drake and Caleb who I feel are at the top of that class. And I don't want to doubt Jaden Daniels because obviously last year he got the Commanders NFC Championship game, so that great news there. But he was very injury prone this year, and even when he was in, he wasn't that efficient. I think the ceiling is limitless for these two quarterbacks, Drake May and Caleb Williams, and I think it's just the beginning. I fully agree the Bears are going to be back, and I am
And
so
JJ
excited to see
McCarthy.
what these JJ McCarthy. Justin, I wish you could share that meme on screen that
I
you had in
know.
the chat.
But it was like what a great barbecue I've got here. And it's got Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, and Drake May, and it's Homer Simpson holding it. And he comes back, it's a barbecue kit, and it's like, what the hell is wrong with mine? And it's
JJ McCarthy.
I don't know, man. I
Why
think
does he
McCarthy
always
is
You
gonna
look
be
wait.
like
good.
this?
You wait. It's gonna happen. Hey,
I
Caleb Williams, look what you're doing though. You're living in the moment. Last year it was Jaden Daniels. This year it's Caleb Williams. Shit changes season after season. We really don't know
Yeah,
what we have until year 4, year 5. No one knows what they have.
Something about
Downfalls are
McCarthy, I
meant to
think he's going to
happen.
be good. I think McCarthy is going to be good.
I
Something.
I hope he is. Well, like I said, wherever they are, we're gonna find out next year where year 3 goes down. I'm not giving up yet. But that's what I'm saying. Like Drake May, everybody, and I saw a speculation last year on Drake May. Geez, he's kind of like Mac Jones, you know. Shit happens. But my whole thing is that when you do get these guys in a corner, are they going to bark? Or are they going to bite? And it seems like Drake May and Caleb both really like to bite.
yeah, they really do. And one thing that I want to touch on, especially with Justin and Ian, is because obviously you guys both have a game coming up this weekend. So I'll ask Justin first, and we'll get to Ian on it. Justin, what's your biggest concern for New England going into this game?
Um, Will Campbell and the left side of that offense getting torched all night long.
So Houston's pass rush.
Houston's pass rush. I think Drake can do well enough with a bootlegger too to the right specifically because I think if you take the pressure off of Will Campbell because Will Anderson's going to eat him alive.
I'd say you roll to the opposite side of Will Anderson. That is Drake May's goal.
Yeah.
What about you, Ian? What's your biggest concern in this game?
Um, Being able to stop Caleb, really. I mean, they have the weapons, but not letting him extend after the play. 'Cause like I said, we saw what happened against Bryce Young when, I mean, he essentially just did an about face, turn around, and they ended up getting a big play. But no, I think that containing Caleb Williams, I'm not too worried about the offense. Like I said, I think we're gonna step it up. Yeah, the only thing really that worries me is him just picking apart our defense. Like I don't worry about the fact that our offense is gonna score. I don't necessarily have too many concerns about us stopping the run. Obviously, DeAndre Swift went for a touchdown last game. I'm more worried, like I said, about our secondary just getting torched, especially over the middle, because it seems like that's where Carolina was finding a lot of success.
I'm not even concerned about the game with you guys. I'm concerned about the weather. How is it going to be there? It just seems like the Rams have trouble when it's raining to cold. It's not their cup of tea.
Oh yeah, I
That's
mean
the
that's fair. That's another reason I was counting against us, but I don't know. I mean I mean I can't deny it. It could very well be a factor, but we've already had a couple of bad weather games, so hopefully that helps. But it could absolutely be a factor. Like I wouldn't be
Was
shocked
there
at all.
was there a dome game at all? Was there any dome games? I don't
This
even think
past
there's
no.
any
weekend,
dome games. I don't think there's any dome games this week either.
Sorry about that. That was my bad.
you're good. No,
Denver,
that's a
New
good.
England, Seattle.
No, I don't think there's
You're
a dome
right,
game.
and there
Yeah, it's
wasn't
funny.
last weekend either because it was in Carolina, in Chicago, in Jacksonville, in Philly, in New England, and in Pittsburgh. So that's
No dome
crazy.
game.
Real
Wow.
football.
Yeah, no shit. We almost had real football with Chicago, but it fucking stopped snowing.
Yeah, no.
Boy, it's gonna be great.
No, but
It's gonna be
So
great.
I'm not sure if you guys heard this because my internet cut out for half a second. Um, I don't foresee Drake having two straight piss poor games unless Houston just wrecks the shit out of him.
here's I don't know if he'll have two. Okay, I don't know how to word this. He might have a poor game, but I don't know if that's going to be the reflection of Drake entirely, more so as it is a reflection of how good Houston's defense truly
And
is.
that's fair.
They make a
That's fair.
they make a lot of quarterbacks look bad.
Right.
Drake still went through hell with the Chargers. And when
He
is this?
did.
Is this the first time New England goes back to back with 500 teams above? Am I
No.
Oh
missing?
yeah,
Is it? I don't think so.
yeah, absolutely is.
Beginning of the season don't count. So like obviously 0-1, 1-0, and all that. I'm talking like
I thought that at the
mid-season
time it was
500.
Carolina and Atlanta and Tampa were all over 500 at the time.
I was just curious, but this is where you're already getting hit, and now you're going to be going back in. And the same thing
Yeah.
with, like I said, same thing with fucking C.J. Stroud. He got torn up against fucking Pittsburgh, and he's going to feel the wrath of New England's defense. It's going to be really fun.
I don't, man, that's the game that like I said, I know I picked Houston, but that's the game that I'm chopping at the bits to watch because I think it's going to be the most competitive game of the whole weekend.
Well, one thing about Houston, I mean, they just got some experience playing an outdoor playoff game against Pittsburgh. They struggled and they won. Maybe that ugly victory can end up being a blessing in disguise for Houston. It's not
You
going to be
know
Kind of
easy
like
at New England.
kind of like what you said about the Rams in
Yeah,
Carolina.
same thing. Yeah.
You know how bad I was like, you fucking watch. New England's gonna get Pittsburgh in their house. And it was going, dude. I'm like, CJ Stroud was fumbling the ball, throwing interceptions. I'm like, New England's gonna get Pittsburgh. And I'm like, they're gonna have an easy way to the AFC Championship game. And thank God, I'm so happy Houston came through because I did not want Pittsburgh in there. They didn't deserve to be there. They weren't that good.
They were for me, Pittsburgh was even though I picked them to win this past weekend in hindsight, they were the worst playoff team out of all 14.
They
Yes,
just
by
don't look
far.
good.
Now, another question that I want to tailor off to Justin and Ian here. I'll start with Ian this time. Ian, who do you want to face more? Like, who would you be more comfortable facing? The Rams? I mean, the Niners or the Seahawks?
The thing is, if we do get to play, I mean, God willing, I just hope we win. But if we do get to play San Francisco, it's going to be in LA, so we're going to be the 5 seed playing a conference championship at home. Is it really going to be a home game? It'll probably be about 60-40 split between the fans. Um, I really don't want to play Seattle's defense, man. I'll say give me the Niners because I know you guys think the injuries are going to catch up to them this weekend. I don't. I think by the time they play us, we're just going to have too much firepower. Whereas Seattle, you give Sam Darnold a playoff win, let them get rolling. Then they got the NFC Championship at home. Give me the Niners. Let us make them cry and smash their TVs again. It's going to be glorious.
Right,
What
Eagles
about you,
crying.
Justin? Who would you rather play? This is going to be a tough one for you. Buffalo or Denver?
See, Buffalo has always been a bugaboo for New England, especially in the playoffs. Always has been.
And Josh
Same with
Allen is
Denver.
not human.
And Josh Allen isn't human. I kind of want to get revenge against Josh Allen.
I see where you're coming from, right? Personally, I think New England is a year away from being able to beat either one of those teams in a playoff game. That's just me personally. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
either one of those matchups fare well for them. But I agree with you because especially the Buffalo game at least would be at home and you wouldn't have to travel to Denver.
And there's the familiarity aspect too.
Yeah. It's a divisional game. I think they'd have a much better shot beating Buffalo at home than they would going into Denver and
Mm-hmm.
beating Denver on the road.
It's really no. It's really a double shot. Wherever you go, would you want to go to Denver? Or you want to play Josh Allen? Pick your poison.
God, that's not fun either way. It's going to be rough. Justin's going to lose sleep a couple nights next week if they win this game.
Yeah, I won't be upset if we lose to Houston, honestly, because again, as I've said before, nothing wrong with the season. It's been a success, and we ran into a buzzsaw that was that defense. If we were to
Yeah,
lose,
yeah,
but if
You're
we
playing
go
with
all
house
the way
money
and we
right
lose to
now.
Buffalo at home, that's going to sting harder. I think.
absolutely. It would.
Especially if Buffalo goes on to win the Super Bowl, then you guys are going to be on that whole that little that football there with all the scores
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of all,
twice.
From the ring, yeah.
And then when they do an NFL tournament point, they're going to show that game in regular season when Josh Allen
Mm-hmm.
came
Oh
back.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Man, this is one of the most exciting playoffs I can remember in a while.
what team do you guys think has the most pressure on them to win?
Josh Allen, him in general.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Buffalo by a mile.
It's hard to not say Buffalo. We just won a few years ago. We're gonna get some slack if we lose. It'll be Buffalo. I mean, it's Buffalo.
I think the teams playing with the most cushion are Chicago and New England.
I think San Francisco just because they've been so banged up. I mean, their fans won a championship bad, but
That's
they've been banged up.
I get that, but they've been there time and time again as well. I think the team with the most cushion is Chicago and New England by a mile.
Yeah, no one's expecting it. And then they're just going to look forward to next year. Nothing's going
Exactly.
to change. Everything's just going to go back to
Exactly.
normal for them.
That's fair.
Exactly.
Josh Allen will be like, oh, fuck.
And Seattle's the one seed, so they got that pressure that this is
I was say
theirs to
you never have
lose.
cushion being the one seed. So that's why I didn't say Denver or Seattle,
Hmm.
because they have all that pressure being the one seed. And Justin will say it himself. He didn't expect New England to be here at the beginning of the year. Nobody
No.
expected Chicago to be here at the beginning of the year.
I expected the Colts to be there about 4 weeks through the year, and goddamn, what happened?
We all did.
They got bit by the injury bug pretty hard.
Justin, as a main hockey fan, really quickly, is it time to bench Alvin Boya for the season?
Yes.
I agree. I as much as it pains me, I fully agree. Maine, of course, dropped down to 16th in the national rankings this week after getting swept by 17 Providence. Big weekend coming up this weekend against Boston University. I don't like the odds. I hope Mastis Russo gets the nod in both games. He seems to be the more competent goaltender. But I'm as great as Boya has been over these past 2 years. It's like you said earlier in the show about Drake May's playoff yips. It almost feels like Alvin Boya has the yips in net right now where he can't see the puck.
Yeah, I think with Boya, I think he's got the NHL in his mind too much.
Yeah.
I just do.
When does
What's your
Indiana
prediction
play?
for
Monday?
Monday the 19th?
Oh, okay.
Indiana, we can all do a picture on that one if we want. I say Indiana is going to roll Miami.
I think it's their year too. I wouldn't have thought that back then. I really wouldn't have.
God, no. No,
I
absolutely
thought
not.
it was Ohio State. I thought they were going to take it away from them. And they didn't.
I bet against Indiana the last two games. Let this be the time I bet on them and they get fucking. I don't know, man. I mean, they're just better, bro. They're better up front. Miami has a lot of NFL players on both sides of the ball, especially Ruben Bain. But I don't know, man. Indiana's just too good. I got Indiana in a blowout, and you know how it's crazy. We went from there's no way they should even be here. Like they're not like they're gonna lose at some point to okay, there's no way they're losing. They're just way better. Like they murdered Oregon, bro. 56-22. Like
It was
Jesus.
a slaughtering.
I got Indiana.
It's a Cinderella story for each side because, dude, friggin' Georgia, he got a stiff end of the deal. I think that what's his name? Is it Carson?
Carson
Carson
Beck,
Beck.
yeah.
Yeah, he just if he gets what is he? He was the backup for each time they won, right? He didn't start when they
No,
won
he
when they
started
won.
On
he's
their most recent one, right?
in like 2023 or whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah.
He did win one as a starter though. But he's widely considered to not be the reason they won. Like they had crazy NFL talent.
Yeah. Well, look at him now.
That
So
touchdown at the end was crazy.
did you boys see who's coming back after the All-Star break?
John Cena.
Yes, John Cena. His name does start with a J.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum will be making his return after the All-Star break.
That was a fast recovery, huh?
The set date, February 22nd. You know who their opponent is on February 22nd, boys?
The Lakers.
Yes, sir.
You think he
You just
planned
guessed that,
that?
didn't you?
Yeah, because it makes sense. I don't
Yes,
even
the
watch
Lakers.
basketball and I know that shit.
Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy too. I mean, the Celtics, he's back in time. I mean, they're gonna have a legit shot. Like they don't have to wait till next year anymore.
No, we're the 3 seed right now.
You guys can still get the two or the one. I mean, the one's gonna be a little harder, but you guys can still get you guys can still climb too.
I could definitely see the 1 seed still happening for Boston. I don't think Detroit is going to maintain this level of consistency all season long.
Yeah.
This isn't Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl. You got to kick a 54-yard field goal. I was watching the NFL Network thing on Paul Allen, man. He's great. They just pretty much say they just let him get in there and let that shit fly. But we've seen some not with him, but a couple announcers they let it fly and they don't realize the mic is on. There's always a some risk in doing that. He's been their announcer for a minute though, hasn't he, Paul Allen, since like the 80s?
Well, you guys remember the Thunder announcer when after like Westbrook
Yes.
got his like 17th assist of the game, he's like, Russell Westbrook is playing out of his cotton picking mind.
Yeah.
There was the who was it? Was it Kevin Porter? I don't want to get it wrong who hit the shot. It might have been Kevin Porter Jr. He hit a shot and he was like, "Oh, it's like his dad used to do it." Turns out the Kevin Porter that used to be in the NBA is not even related to him. His dad shot like somebody and killed him. And he got suspended for like 2 games. But yeah, that and then obviously I'm not going to repeat. I don't want to get canceled. But what the Reds announcer said. Have you ever seen
That
that?
was bad.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
And then he apologized, like, I want to apologize for some things I said. And there's a deep drive by Castellanos in the left field. It'll be a 3-2 ball game.
I think what needs to be investigated is the world comings of when Castellano hits his home runs.
Yo, man, there's been like 5 different tragedies that have been announced, and Castellanos just steps up to bat and
And
lets it
he
and goes
drives a
yard
home
every
run.
single time. Yeah, man. But good show though, fellas.
Hey, great show, guys. I cannot wait for next week's. We're going to have some great football to talk about. Maybe one of you will be crying on the show. I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's possible it could be both of you. You guys
I
can
only
hug out
cry.
and cry together.
Remember, you don't need to cry until someone hoists a limbo.